Okay. When they let you, have you met with the downtown coordinator and Captain Stavely and?
Yeah, they're waiting for, I think today. For this meeting, and then they're gonna go to Metro, the sidewalk. But they already sent, I think he already handed to Brian the letter from Chatham's Bakery.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, Emily had, there was a concern about what side of the corner of Merrimack and Palmer Street
Right.
she would be able to use. Charo's Bakery has the Palmer Street sidewalk seating license. The owner of Charo's Bakery has communicated that there is no interest on their part to have any type of table or chair set up on the Palmer Street corner. So in lieu of Charo's Bakery, Emily, on behalf of the business, the Under Impact Pub and Lounge, would be able to use that space.
Okay.
Emily, through the company, has liability insurance with the City of Lowell co-insured, so that in any event where some issue comes up, liability would rest with the Under Impact Pub. The particulars as far as logistics and what have you fall in the
Okay.
jurisdiction of Captain Stavely.
All right. Have you done this before?
Pardon me?
Have you done this before? Have you had a one-day license before?
Not here in Puerto Rico, I do. Not
Okay.
here. That will be my first time here.
Okay. How about you, sir? This is your first time. Step over together. I like to see you together. One hand grenade will take you all out. Get together. There you go. Right. That way I don't have to yell so loud. Okay. You got to understand this is your license. Your license. If you got an outdoor license, once they decide the area that you're going to use, you must post the license so it can be seen, and a little diagram, just something drawn up to show the area that you're licensed to be in. You have to control that area, the coming and going. You should have somebody at the entranceway to control the people coming and going so that there are no problems with alcohol leaving the area or going, okay? If you have you have a one-day license at the Hellenic Cultural Center, that's your license, not the Hellenic Cultural Center. It's your license. So it's your responsibility to make sure that that a minor doesn't get served, that there's no problems with drinking. Whoever you put on that bar, you make sure they know what they're doing, okay? And let's see. Anything you can think of?
No. Most important thing to remember is that you've got an outdoor license, you're on the line for it. Anything goes wrong, it's your responsibility, even if you're just getting it for an organization and the organization is running the event. Your name's on the license, liability is with you, okay?
Any questions? Any questions? Okay.
All right. Seeing no questions, I'll make the motion to grant the licenses.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Yes. You're all set. Okay?
Now, I guess you need to stick around because we have a outdoor amplification.
Yeah, we're getting outdoor, okay?
Commission will now take up the matter of special events permits for amplified outdoor public entertainment. Crystal Caper of the Courtyard for Friday, July 27, 2007, from 4 p.m. to 12 midnight, and Saturday, July 28, 2007, from 1 p.m. to 12 midnight. The band with sound system at the Outdoor Cafe of the Courtyard at 276, 280 Central Street. Also, Crystal Capo of the Courtyard for Saturday, August the 11th, from 3 p.m. to 12 midnight. A band with a sound system within the enclosed area of Green Street at the corner of Central Street. Last, Crystal Capo of the Courtyard for Sunday, August 12th, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. A band with sound system at the Outdoor Cafe of the Courtyard at 276, 280 Central Street. Last is Hookslide Kelly's LLC, Michael J. Callery, manager, for jazz singers, disc jockeys in patio at 15 Merrimack Street for Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., for Fridays and Saturdays from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight, and Sundays from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Introduce yourself for the record, please.
Crystal Capo from the Courtyard.
Mary Callery, Hookside Kelly's.
You don't look like any Michael to me, Mary. you guys, I drove by last night, I want to compliment you. That is definitely a really nice addition to the city.
Thank you.
Very, very well done. It
Thanks.
just jumps right out at you. It's a, I hope you have a lot of success for a place that was such an eyesore.
Yeah,
I was driving around downtown last night, kind of looking around at the prospective folk festival venues and whatnot, and I drove by and I had to go around again and take a second look at it. It looks so nice. I really think that, you know, the city should be proud. You did a really wonderful,
Thank
a
you.
wonderful job. What do I need to say about the noise, Chris?
Have we been good? Have we been bad? Have we had complaints? I haven't heard, I'll tell you, I've had one, the police came to me,
You
Sunday?
you got people living downtown.
Yeah.
You both know that. It's a downtown area,
Yep.
okay? We need to moderate, okay?
I've had a visit from the police once, just
No,
last
you-
Sunday, I think. If there's anything else I need to know, shoot it my way. I don't-
Well,
you know.
it's good not to see you, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No,
Some people, it's nice to be seen. In my business, you say it's nice to be seen.
Yes.
But in this business, it's nice not to be seen,
Yep, I agree.
okay? Think about it. Ask him a question.
I know, I know that you've both held outdoor events in the past. You understand, it's mixed use, you've got residents. With Hook Slide Kelly's, it's, the dates are just open-ended. You're gonna do this Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, weather permitting, I
Yes.
assume?
Yep.
You're looking for pretty much year-round?
well, as long as the weather held up.
All right, have you had any issues with neighbors or any complaints?
No, we haven't had any. It's not, it's just like a very soft jazz type thing.
Okay. I have no questions for you, Mr. LaCapo.
Thanks.
With that, I'll make the motion to go ahead and grant
Okay,
the
motion
licenses.
made and seconded. All in favor, say yes.
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 Thank you.
Take care. Okay. Okay, next on the agenda.
Commission will now take up the application by G.L. Harding LLC, Greg Harding Manager, doing business as Giovanni Trends, for a sidewalk stand permit for the Folk Festival weekend, July 27th, 28th, 29th.
Introduce yourself.
Greg Harding, owner, Giovanni's Trends.
Okay, Greg, now how's the insurance handled with that? Is he,
He's all set.
you're also the okay, the insurance. You know that you have to keep the sidewalk open so people can get by.
Usually our tables are to one side, and there's a good walkway
Okay.
passing through, so.
No problems that I've ever known of.
I'm not aware of either, and as long as you know, keep the sidewalks open.
Motion to approve. All in favor, say yes. Yes.
Thank you.
You're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Commission will now take up the application for automatic amusement device by Kim Seng of the 99 Variety Store at 180 Liberty Street for a coin-operated amusement device known as Mega Touch.
Introduce yourself, sir. What's your name?
Kim Singh,
Okay. Why do you want this device?
just for...
You don't have enough kids hanging around your store?
No kid at all.
No, you're a variety store. People come in, they buy a pack of cigarettes, a loaf of bread, and they leave. I just don't see, you're right, where are you in location to the school? You're right next door, right?
Yes,
Right on that corner. I don't know,
What kind of game is it?
It's just like...
Video game, is it a gambling machine, or is it a slot machine, is it a...
no, it's not slot, it's like a fun game. It's not slot. No.
Regular video type game?
Yes, yes.
Well, I know that we've had people come in and apply for these, You know, I don't see where people would be going in your store and having to wait for something. If you're in, we have a laundromat that has machines, and people said, well, what are you doing? I said, well, people put their laundry and then they gotta wait, you know, but you don't run that kind of a facility. And I know that it probably sounds crazy, but I'm looking at it thinking all you're going to do is encourage people to hang around the store. You're going to get the kids in there, and then it's going to be a competition and whatnot. You're not going to be able to get them out. I just don't think a neighborhood variety store is the place for, you know, a Mega Touch or this type of video machine. I don't know. I have a problem with it.
Does the department have any issues with that area, neighborhood with kids or crowds?
No, it's just, you know, it's an urban area, a lot of kids hang around, live in that area. I don't think I ever say either way on this.
Yeah,
One machine, I don't.
What do you?
I'll make a motion to approve it and just take the vote.
I'll say no, I'm sorry. Well, I can't second the motion. Maybe when somebody else is on board, but to me, I just look at this as it's just gonna end up giving kids another reason to hang around the store, hang around outside, and eventually it's gonna be a problem in the neighborhood. Your variety store, you sell newspapers, coffee, bread, milk, stuff like that nature with a transient group. I just don't see that I want people coming in and hanging around to run a device, okay? I'm sorry.
All right, thank you.
Next on the agenda, sorry about that, I'm asleep at the switch.
Okay. Commission will now open the hearing on the application by Wizardry Corp., doing business as Blue Tala, Stephen J. Ramirez, President, for an all-alcoholic beverage restaurant license and license for common victular for premises at 15 County Square, Unit C-1A, unnumbered door east side of the building, first floor dining room, cafe, kitchen. It is requested that Stephen J. Ramirez be approved as manager of record for Wizardry Corp. Legal notice published on July 13th, 2007, and abutters need to be notified.
Okay, introduce yourself for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. George Ciolitis Jr., 133 Market Street, Lowell. And I'm here representing the applicants. I don't recall, do we stay outside here now? Or are we
No, you
going-
can come inside if you'd like, certainly, Counselor. We'll let you have a seat. We don't want you to tire yourself out.
Absolutely.
Good God. Okay. How do you do? Okay, sit down. All right. Is the mic on, Counselor?
Now
Pull it
is.
right up so that
Thank
you
you,
don't.
yeah.
We
My
want the
clients have-
listening audience to be impressed.
Right. My clients have started a new corporation and are proposing to start a new business, which they would like to operate at 15 County Square, which means, Mr. Chairman, that if we're successful in our quest today, we'll be serving something different out of 15 County Square than has been served for decades in the past. 15 County Square is where the former Lowell Sun operation was conducted.
Are you saying that wasn't a very palatable?
I said something different, Mr.
Oh,
Chairman.
okay.
I made no comment about the
Was this going to be on the
product
first floor?
on the first floor, and we'd like to put in essentially a sushi bar. We think this is going to be a first for the city of Lowell, and Stephen and Pon are prepared to, they've already purchased a condominium where it will be located, and that condominium ownership will be leasing to their restaurant operation, and though Stephen has no direct former experience as in the business, he intends to go morning, noon, and night. He's committing himself. I think if you saw in the application, he stated 82 hours. He's willing to work as long as it takes to make it a go. The two of them have signed up for the program on alcohol serving and educational things, and they're prepared to make a very substantial investment and excited about the possibility. One of the things they think will be a positive here is that this brings them closer to the auditorium end of town, and they're hoping that they'll be able to service the auditorium and the theater better than is currently serviced by way of downtown restaurants. So this kind of brings a little bit closer up towards that area, and they're quite excited about it. So that's essentially, for now, the information I have, and obviously I understand there'll be other opportunities to speak, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that the commission might have, Mr. Chairman.
It's coming in, that's a sushi bar up here. You want to have them just walk us through it? Okay. It's a dining area, sushi bar.
Why don't you just step up here and give us a little,
If you could just walk us through the
walk us through this
floor
plan, just so we can take a look at it.
Oh, well, I'll ask Steve. Can you give them a little rundown of how they
Okay.
First of all, this is a full sit-down eating bar.
Where's Merrimack Street?
Right.
Okay.
Merrimack, Westcott.
Where's the canal?
Right through, yeah.
Okay.
This will be a full sit-down bar.
Okay.
So you won't have
Right.
sushi bar, it's a combination of sushi, full bartender will be there also at all times. What's nice about it is not a hangout. So people come in, they'll be also served there if they don't want to wait at the dining area. Right, well, that's right, right. They
Right.
want to have something like that. The hours, we'd like to go to 1, again, because what I understand is in the area there's probably about 800 to 1,000 new residents. And from what I hear, they want sushi, they want a bar, they can come in and relax, good atmosphere. And it's going to be a contemporary look to it, so
Okay.
that's how we look.
And what type of seating capacity do you have?
We have, it's tough to see, you can see through here, but it's 42 at the dining, so we have the tables here. We're lowering all the windows, which we have, the historic society already looked at and approved how we're going to do the layout. So this way people can sit and look right outside of the canal. Right along here, we have a baguette, so there's a bench and tables in front. We have 18 at the bar, 18 stools, 12 high tops, total of 72. Now, we do have an option, which we're not going for now, but come spring, we have an option for seating outside possibly too, because that's a private.
On the canal side?
Yes, that's private. But yes, on the canal side. But we're not venturing into that now.
They
Right?
might even give fishing balls, Mr. Chairman.
I understand it's cleaned up pretty well. So
I won't comment on that, Counselor.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, let's open this up and see if we have anybody here that would like to speak in opposition. Anyone to speak in opposition? That portion of the hearing is closed. Anyone to speak in favor? In favor? Anyone to speak in favor? That portion of the hearing is closed. I'm interested in your experience in handling alcohol. Have you, one of you, been in the restaurant business at all?
yes, well, what's nice is my wife.
Is that mic on? The little green light on?
Yeah,
Good man.
yes, green light. My wife, her family has 2 Thai restaurants, and it's beer and wine mostly.
Okay, where?
In Kingston, Mass, and Boston. They opened the very first Thai restaurant in New England back in '79. Like we had mentioned earlier, we're taking the course for the full bartenders course, and I
Okay.
will have top bartenders there at all time. What's key here is I will be here from morning to night, 7 days, myself. We'll have all the up-to-date license and scanning devices and what need be, obviously. But I think the key thing is that I'm there all the time. Plus, if I take to the bartending quite well, I'll be doing it myself too during the day, so.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Have we done a background check on them?
Yes, we have. There's nothing on either one of them.
No? On either one? Okay.
I'd only ask one question. I noticed that the name of the company, it's named after your father, right?
father and mother.
Okay. Okay. I was just checking to see whether or not that, they don't have any interest in it that's not reflected in the paperwork?
Right now.
Okay.
It's myself and John, yep.
Now, you said you have a lease on the condo, or you bought the condo?
I bought the condo, yes.
You bought the condo,
Yes.
and
And we're
you're gonna set
leasing
up a
to-
corporation
One
and lease
company
it
to
back?
the other.
Right.
Okay. Hey,
I say good luck in the, sushi business,
Yeah.
and I'll make the motion to grant the license. I'd like to see the place open. I think, like I said,
it's
there's really not a
certainly-
lot that's serving the area there's not a lot serving the area right there. And you've got to walk a few blocks, especially if you come out after a show.
something very positive coming out of there, you know?
It is.
It's
Yeah.
amazing what happens, huh? You know,
We're getting in at the right time, I think.
yeah.
So,
I'll second the motion. All in favor, say yes.
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 thank you. Thank you.
See how easy that is when you sit down and be quiet?
Or when everything comes in all put together, complete. You know.
You didn't have to bring your wife either, but I'll bet she showed you how to get here.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, this matter will need to go before
Yeah.
Boston.
You'll explain to him about it going to Boston and everything, George? Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Or your wife can do that. Yeah, all right.
Mr. Chairman, Brian J. Bourne is present. He'd like to address the board regarding property at 147 Cambridge Street.
Yeah.
This is a request of his since July 9th, where a tenant, no longer a tenant, Jose and Johnny Gonzalez, as used car dealer licensee for the premises at 147 Cambridge. Their lease is due to expire July 31.
Okay.
For the record, my name is Brian Baum, property owner at 147 Cambridge Street. My prior tenant's lease is to expire on the 31st of this month, and I'm looking to have that removed so that I can seek a prospective tenant and fill the space.
Have there been any applications as far as transferring of the license?
Commissioner Weicker, the situation is that Moe's Auto Sales, Inc. had filed an application about a good 6 weeks ago, and that application was withdrawn by Richard Morris, the principal in the corporation, just a day or two prior to our last regular meeting, which was July the 12th, I believe. And so no application has been filed since. Now, the situation is with the Gonzalez brothers. They have obviously vacated the premises. There was some issue to do with matter to do with the property owner and their tenancy as far as small claims court action is concerned. Apparently that's been resolved. Their license is still good until January 1, 2008. If you wish to address the matter of their continued license as far as its validity after July 31, you may want to consider having them before you, if you wish to cancel their license. Obviously, they're well aware of the situation is.
All right. You said the court action has been resolved? Or
That's my understanding. I've heard from both parties, one of the Gonzalez brothers called the office. I've spoken with Brian Bond.
So
what was the resolution, I guess? Just so we're
what-
not stepping in.
I think Mr. Bond might be, well, my understanding is that the Gonzalez brothers prevailed as far as not owing Mr. Bond any more money or any additional money as far as lease is concerned. Apparently, Mr. Bond may have unwittingly given a key to the premises to somebody, and the court recognized that once he did that, he really had no case, and that the Gonzalez brothers were, their action was superseded anything he may have against them.
Okay, so
Actually, the case was, they awarded myself money, and they also awarded the Gonzalez brothers money with the small claims. So it was sort of a wash. But because I did hand him the key, that voided his his tenancy at that point, because I handed the key to somebody else, a prospective tenant, after they vacated.
Okay, go ahead, look, Counselor.
I would make a suggestion that, have the Gonzaleses come in to try and transfer the license from one property to a new property.
To date, nothing has been filed on that matter.
Well, then,
You may want to schedule it for a hearing, maybe not August 9th, that could be a little busy, maybe the meeting after, and just explain to the Gonzaleses that either they need to have a new, since they no longer have a lease for that property, that they either have to have something in line where they could transfer the license to a new location, or
they lose it.
Or they lose it, right.
Okay, but we ought to do that at the very first meeting. I mean, I know we have a number of things on the agenda, but this guy's losing money.
Right.
I mean, he's got a piece of property, unless somebody can arrange that the city's gonna waive the taxes during this period, I think he deserves to be,
Well, what I would also say
You know.
is that if you do have a tenant that is applying for a license, have them put their application in.
I have
Yeah.
a couple of
Right now,
people that
there's-
are looking
Right now, there's nobody applying, so there's no
Right.
driving force to change
push
it.
it.
we can't like change it now, but the first meeting in August, if they don't have a lease, and then they haven't made an application and given us a bona fide lease, then we vote they don't have a license anymore, because that's statute.
Right.
Right.
Okay, but,
And again, like I said, if you have a tenant that needs a license, have them put the application in.
right,
I mean,
so he's ready to move.
We can get,
we do
I can
have
get
our
them in
next
here,
meeting
right.
on August 9th.
Right. I have
I
a
know we
couple
got a lot
tenants,
on,
a
but
couple
we ought to do it
prospective
for
tenants.
him. We should,
There's
huh?
people just knocking at the door, so.
We're gonna have more. Well, we're gonna have more, but, I mean, he's just a small
I don't wanna hold the
businessman.
guy up, yeah.
I mean, not being a wise guy, I mean, he got a lot sitting there, he's not collecting any rent on, and I think that we need to, this should not be complicated. Bring your gun that day, okay? This'll be real easy,
He
okay?
was joking about, yeah, okay.
How do you know that? Okay?
All right, great.
So, August 9th, they will not have, the lease on your property is gonna expire.
Okay.
So you'll be free and clear, okay?
So I can have an
And
applicant.
if they
come in.
haven't brought in a valid application with a lease for another piece of property, then we can legitimately vote to cancel their license, which is of no concern to you whatsoever,
Correct.
okay?
But I can also have somebody apply for a
But you
license
can
at
also
that
have somebody
location.
there so you can pick up
You
a,
could have
That's what I'm
somebody put
looking
the
for.
application in for a license today or tomorrow even. I mean, that's, the sooner
Okay.
they put it in, the sooner,
That's
we
what we're
can get it
looking
on the
for.
calendar.
Great.
all right?
All right, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay,
So, Mr. Chairman, I should notify the Gonzalez brothers to appear before the board
Absolutely.
August 9th.
Yeah. And I would say that in the notice, just tell them that, I would reflect what we've discussed here, that basically, if they're not applying to transfer the license, and they're outside of premises, they wouldn't qualify for one, so.
the
Just
vote
give
would
them-
be taken to cancel their
Right.
license.
Unless
they
they've
don't
got
present
unless they've
a
got an
valid,
application in to transfer, or a
Yeah, but
valid.
they gotta present a valid lease on another lot or property. And that was resolved, and that way the city doesn't get caught in the middle,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman, under
next. Whoa,
did I do that? I'm sorry.
I don't know, did you?
I may have hit it. Excuse me there. Under old new business, hearing scheduled for Thursday, August 9th, here at the council chamber for 3 o'clock. Catcher's Mitt Pub, Inc., doing business as Catcher's Mitt Pub, William E. Hoey, manager, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 726 Gorham Street. The acting superintendent has complained against Catcher's Mitt Pub for sales service to intoxicated patron. Also, Vo Inc., doing business as Vo My, Jimmy Tran, manager, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 1733 Middlesex Street. Sales service to intoxicated patrons, also the acting superintendent's complaint. Also, KOB Enterprises, Inc., doing business as Highland Tap, John C. Crowley Jr., manager, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee of 318 Westford Street. Sales service to intoxicated patrons. Another complaint from the acting superintendent. Also, Mr. Chairman, we do now have another application. I'm jumping ahead of here myself.
Yeah.
In addition to that, we have an application for a public hearing filed July 13th, and a legal notice is to be published July 27th in the local newspaper for a hearing on August 9th. A transfer of the all-alcoholic beverage package goods store license from Ramos Package Store, Inc., doing business as Gilbo's Package Store, Carlos M. Ramos, President, to a corporation known as A.S.D.K. Ram Corporation, Sanjay Patel, President. The premises being at 77 Branch Street and 33 Queen Street. Mr. Chairman, there are applications filed by James S. Hewlings, he is now present, for lodging house licenses for premises at 114 Cabot Street and 120 Cabot Street. The hearing date is tentatively scheduled for August 9th. Assistant City Solicitor Brian Leahy will have some comments to make to you on the matter. For your consideration is to publish a notice in the local newspaper for hearing, and where the butters should be notified of the matter by the applicant and the procedure in which to do so.
Essentially, this starts where we had left off before about how we were in housing court for several hours on Monday involving actions by the inspectional services against Mr. Hullings. The tenants brought actions against the city and Mr. Hullings seeking injunctive relief. The city had an injunction and complaints that it was going to take out. However, we all sat down trying to figure out what is the best way to proceed in this, and that Mr. Hullings is working on getting the necessary approvals from the building department that he hired, I believe an architect who went through the building. It's controlled construction. He has made recommendations as to what needs to be improved. Those improvements are going to be taking place next week, that the tenants who were currently there are allowed to stay until August 20th. No new tenants can come in. There were issues involving the assessor's office. Those issues are also being addressed. We should have resolution on that. At the end of the day, the bigger issue is whether or not there should be a lodging house at that address. In picking the date, we picked August 20th because that was after the August 9th date when this would have a hearing, and you would have the people talking about the complaints that happened previously. The Hullings, I believe, would have witnesses. My guess is we'd have somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 20 people who would come and testify, and then you would act on, from the city's position, it would be a renewal an application. I believe Attorney Fox would also file something saying it's a renewal. I don't know if that necessarily makes a difference, because I think the issue is still the same, whether it was a revocation of a license, of a lodging house license, or whether or not to issue one. I think the standard and everything else is exactly the same. The only question I think that's currently before you is, one is to set it up for a hearing on the 9th, and what type of notice, if any, would abutters get, or the people who live across the street, who I believe were the ones who had originally made the complaints in mid-April.
Okay, these people are allowed to stay till the 20th of August. Does he expect that he would have all of these repairs and everything done by the next meeting?
I believe so, yes.
And you would have a inspectional services, and all of these people would be satisfied. Okay, so that, however, I would respectfully suggest that the neighbors should probably be, all the abutters should be notified by mail. Everybody, okay? I don't see any reason why the Mr. Hulling shouldn't do that and get a green card back on him. It shouldn't fall on this.
So certified mail.
Certified mail. Do you understand that, sir? Everybody that abuts your property, these two pieces of property, gets a certified letter. Bring the green cards with you.
The neighbors across the street technically don't abut.
Okay, we'll take care of
Okay,
making
you're
sure
saying
those.
okay.
Is that all right? Do we have their name? The people that made the original, people across the street are not abutters. Do we have the names of those that made the complaint?
Yes, I have a file
Okay.
of letters of complaint.
Can we
from-
take that responsibility just to make sure we notify those people
I was
that
going
made
to say,
the
because the
complaint?
abutters left and right of those two property addresses are Mr. Ewing's as well.
Generally, if, just as
Except
a,
for maybe on the
relating
other
the
side.
matter to
But I don't know if they have
our
a problem.
application for
Yeah.
liquor
Backside, maybe,
licenses,
right.
Yeah,
generally you look for the property owners touching, not across the street.
right.
That's by statute. There's nothing defined by, in the lodging house statute. Question is, does the board want the applicant, certainly, I guess, the property owners touching? There may be only one, maybe two property owners touching. If you know the location, there's facing the two properties, 114 and 120 Cabot. There's only one structure on the left to 114 Cabot. Behind 114 and 120, I'm not sure if it's more than one property that abuts there. It's not uncommon in other types of applications, particularly in a case of like a public amusement license, where the licensing authority will require the applicant to not only notify property owners touching, but across the street. In the
Okay,
case
all right.
of certified mail.
I think
return-
he should be responsible to do those things.
So it would be the applicant's responsibility to contact the city assessor's office to make an immediate request, if he hasn't already done so, to ask for property owners touching and across the street for 114, 120 Cabot Street.
Do you understand what the secretary's saying? All right,
Now, the question is, as of right now, the earliest, I believe, a legal notice or public notice could be put in the newspaper is for Monday's edition.
okay. That would make us,
So the applicant should be prepared to send out the notices generally within the 3 days of that date of publication. So by Wednesday at the latest, you would want to send out by either Wednesday the 31st or July 31st or August 1, notices would be sent to the, by certified mail return receipt request. There's a very short opportunity for the notices to get to the particular property owners, but it's something, and it's not.
I think that the last, if I recall correctly, the last time that they were in, when we told them that we weren't going to take any action on the renewal because that we were missing, I guess, health inspections and building inspections, they did ask if they would receive some notice prior to the actual
Okay,
hearing.
if you wish,
so-
I can also send them notice.
please do.
Okay.
We don't want to dump a lot of it on you, but
But-
I think the applicant should have the primary responsibility. We should advertise it. The applicant should pay for the advertising.
Wait, Mr. Chairman, he has filed with his new applications a fee of $175 to cover that expense for the
Okay,
legal.
good enough. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get a license, but we're gonna at least take a look at this total package before we get into this, because you've been here before. And, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you come around once, everybody can make some mistakes and whatnot. The second time, shame on me. The third time, it's gonna be shame on you. So we're gonna make sure you understand that before, but that's enough being said right now, okay? If you work with the secretary, make sure those notices, make sure you bring the green cards if you want it to be heard, okay? Anything, do you need that, do we need to do that in the form of a motion, or is it on record?
I mean, I guess to the extent it requires a motion, I'll make the motion, second it, and we'll just say
second.
yes.
Yes, okay,
Yeah,
all right,
if it required one at all.
right.
All right, you're all set?
You're all set. Okay. I see, right, go ahead.
We have we have a communication also from the acting superintendent, Ken LaValle, misconduct alleged against KOB Enterprises, Inc., doing business as Highland Tap, John C. Crowley Jr., manager, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 318 Westford Street. The allegation is that there were 19 patrons on the premises after 2 o'clock in the morning, several of whom had been observed at that time by police consuming alcohol beverages.
Was that the,
Well, this is the same place.
was it the same night as the
No.
incident above? Or
Were you-
On the report on this, when it came through, Captain DeMoro, when this came through, it talked about, there'd been over 20 times that the police department has had to respond to this bar. On the I haven't got my copy of the complaint, it's on my desk, but the last paragraph in the complaint said, the Lowell Police Department has responded to this bar for fights, whatever, I forget the exact terminology, over 20 times, okay? To my knowledge, the only time this has happened is once that anybody's ever come in here with a complaint against this bar. And I for one, I can't speak for Commissioner Waker, but I for one, that's crazy, 20 times. So I'd like you to check that for me. Yeah, I've got it. Do you have it? Do you have the complaint itself? I haven't got it here, have I? Yeah, but the one that we had said right on it.
I think that was for the other one that was
The other
the,
complaint.
serving an intoxicated person.
No, and it's not on this one, Captain. It's on the, it was, are we supposed to?
I believe, yeah, what I'll do is,
Yeah,
you gotta remember though, some of the calls that we get there
yeah,
are somewhat, maybe there's some, looks like an intoxicated person outside the bar.
Yeah.
They go there, clear, no report.
Yeah.
So they went to the bar. I mean,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
what I'm thinking that we're looking, let me look. let me
look
go
at it,
through.
please, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a neighborhood. There are people who live right behind that guy, right behind that bar room. The gentleman, what's the fellow's name that owned it? That sold it?
Cleo Supernaut.
Clear. I went up there one time to see him. The people had a baby in the house behind him. And, they were nice enough. They called up and said, jeepers, we can't put the baby to bed at night for the noise. Went up, talked to him about it, and never had another complaint. All of a sudden, 20 times. I mean, a couple square is a lot of times, unfortunately, they've had some problems. But, this is definitely out of control. No, there's no two ways about it. So we need to take a look at this and find out why we're wasting all this manpower. Okay? Thank you. Next.
Do you want to set a date for the hearing on this?
Yep, get him in the 9th, August 9th is the
Okay.
time?
The only problem is, the other notice had been sent out
Yeah,
to for the other complaint.
Yeah.
Based on what you received at our last meeting.
okay,
Okay. So this is a total separate complaint.
right.
And I know counsel had mentioned previously about asking you to take an extra week or more to allow for the notice to be sent, and then in the case of attorney
Yeah.
being notified.
But
Go ahead.
generally, right, I think that works best for everyone. However, since they already have been given notice to
Right.
be here for the 9th, they should get their lawyer.
Yeah.
It strikes me as, and I know
Well,
there's an exception to every rule. but
certainly.
It seems like this one should be put on for that date as
I
well.
would want to see that put on, and I want to talk to them about
Right.
why the police department, because I want to make sure they walk out of here understanding, that this isn't going to happen again. No way, this is how these bars get out of hand. It's just, one little time, and the policeman tries, and I'm not faulting the department, but unfortunately, many times a policeman gives somebody a break, and instead of appreciating the fact that the policeman's trying to help him out and trying to give him a break, they look at it as a sign of weakness. Oh, we got away with it. Don't worry about it. Well, then the next time it gets over, 20 times is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't care what the calls are for. To me, when you start to use up that kind of manpower, so we're going to do them a favor. We're going to take all of these complaints in one hearing. If he doesn't want to, if you would remind me, and remind Ray and I both, that this here, he hasn't had the right time. If he wants to waive it and come back again, we'll let him do that. We won't force him. But where, like you said, it's an entirely separate issue, we might give him what you call a two-for-one, a twofer.
I think the one issue is we need to make sure that there's enough time or adequate time to notify the police to be present, and, you know, if we're gonna cancel them, to give them enough heads up time
Yeah.
that they're not,
Well, they're already
Right.
coming in for this one.
but it may not be the same officer.
Right, it may be different
So why
offices,
not?
but again, given
Yeah.
all the dynamics, it's
We're gonna
probably
give him
better
a
at least to
twofer.
schedule it for that date.
As
and
long
deal
as
with
as
anything.
long as Ryan reminds us, we give him the option, it's just like a complaint being read into the record. If they want to waive the reading, that's fine. If they want to waive this and say, we'll hear it more and we'll talk about it, we'll do it. If not, we'll bring them back a second time. We'll leave that up to them. But we got to address this. That's a neighborhood up there. That is a real neighborhood. You know, we talk about the downtown neighborhood. This is a neighborhood up there. People in houses all over the place with babies and kids. They don't need this. Next.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, we have a communication from Finbar Sheehan of the Old Court at 2931 Central Street, dated July 25th. Request that the License Commission be aware that the Old Court will not serve alcoholic beverages in an enclosed area of the sidewalk at Middle and Central Streets on Friday, July 27th and Saturday, July 28th, 2007. Also a communication from Joseph C. Antanasio, doing business as Southeast Asian Restaurant at 343 Market Street. The licensee is a malt beverage and wine licensee and common victualler. He claims that he will surrender for cancellation on or about July 31 his beer and wine license and license for common victualler. Apparently he has somebody who is prepared to continue operating the business, but in a separate license. And the understanding is that he will, that person, she will be possibly coming in at a later date, applying for a new license.
Okay. Anything else? Corey, I was looking at this list on you're going to be the licensee of record for the Folk Festival Beer Gardens, I guess.
Correct, Mr.
Are
Chairman.
you putting in tables and chairs for everybody that's there?
Yes, well, there's a total of 3 sites. Boarding House Park is a newer site this year.
Yeah.
And yes, it's a smaller confined area, about 20 by 40, 20 by 50, say. There is tables and chairs in that tent, and that was the plan from the get-go, yes. That's one site. Second is JFK here, right in the plaza. And I just got Andy's message just minutes ago, so I rushed down here about this commission's concerns. And at this stage, JFK is, as I understand, is going to remain as it has the previous years. But I don't know what the wills of this commission are, but...
Well, okay, and what about the other place?
Dutton Street Pavilion, yes. Where we're pouring, right next to us is there's many tables and chairs to sit down to eat and drink, yes. It's right in the proximity of where we're serving at Dutton Street, yes.
Okay.
But JFK, again, is, to my knowledge, is going to remain the same, but I don't know what the wills of this commission are. We will adhere to them, whatever your requests are.
Well, the thing there is that, you know, some of them are, of the private business people are, and I know you've gotten some calls on this, you know, they're upset over the fact that I guess they didn't read and I didn't understand 100% of this, that everybody's going to be seated and at tables. And so therefore, it's important that you do the same.
I understand.
And then that way, yeah, that nobody has any beef about, well, how come they're, you know, I mean, it's the same with all of these, you know, people have always wondered, you know, how one bar seems to be getting away with something and the other. You know, everybody watches everybody like a hawk.
That's correct.
If we're going to set some ground rules, they have to apply equally and fair to all, okay?
Understood.
That was my only concern. I don't want anybody coming in and saying, how come they were allowed to, you know, free pour or whatever. And that way we don't have any problems.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you.
Anything else? Anything, Brian? No? No, are we supposed to call you Deputy Commissioner, or what are we going to call you from now on? Since now you've got a new title. Well, but this is television. You don't want me to use, you know. Yeah, okay. So your property title's deputy? Okay. So we'll have to remember that from now on, deputy. Okay, that being said, congratulations, by the way, on the promotion. You're gonna stay with us, though, right? You're not gonna be sitting in one of those fat offices up there. You're gonna be down here with the workers, right? Okay. All right.
Anything from any member of the audience?
Okay, no, Mark, you can't have a liquor license. You're out of here. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
We're coming home, Benjamin.